Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. It's me, Alejandro Mendoza, or the Nerd Chicano. Either way how you say it, it's all good here. And we're back for another review of another movie in my collection. And today we're going to look at one of my favorite movies of all time, and a movie that is really special to me. I'm talking about Alfonso Cuaron's Y tu mamá también from the Criterion collection on Blu Ray. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that this video finds everyone happy, healthy, and in good spirits. Hope that everyone's having a good day. And of course, I am really happy to be able to do this movie because it's truly a masterpiece. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, crafted with some of the richest cinematography you'll ever see from the one and only Emiliano Chivo Lubezki, and of course directed to mastery by Alfonso Cuaron, including two of the best performances by a young Diego Luna and a young Gael Garcia Bernal. But of course, if you do like content about physical media and about movies, this is the channel for you. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel. Click that notification bell when you do that, and leave a like on the video. It would help out a lot. Also, if you want to lend an extra helping hand, I do have a Patreon set up over at patreon.com/thenerdchicano, where you can get early access to the video like the one you're watching right now, and video essays. But of course, it is appreciated, but it is not mandatory. So go and check that out, patreon.com/thenerdchicano, if you're interested in all that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and look at this film from one of the greatest. So let me go ahead and read from the back here, and then we're going to look at the packaging, and then we'll actually talk about the film. Y tu mamá también. This smash road comedy from Oscar-winning director Alfonso Cuaron is that rare movie to combine raunchy subject matter and emotional warmth. Gael Garcia Bernal and Diego Luna shot to international stardom as a pair of horny Mexico City teenagers from different classes who, after their girlfriends jet off to Italy for the summer, are bewitched by a gorgeous older Spanish woman, played by Maribel Verdú. They meet at a wedding. When she agrees to accompany them on a trip to a faraway beach, the three form an increasingly intense and sensual alliance that ultimately strips them both physically and emotionally bare. Shot with elegance and dexterity by the great Emmanuel Lubezki, Y tu mamá también is a funny and moving look at human desire. Included in this director-approved dual-format Blu-ray and DVD special edition is a new restored 2K digital film transfer supervised by director of photography Emmanuel Lubezki and approved by director Alfonso Cuaron, with 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack on the Blu-ray. Two new pieces on the making of the film, featuring interviews recorded at the time of production and in 2014 with actors Gael Garcia Bernal, Diego Luna, and Maribel Verdú, Alfonso Cuaron, co-writer Carlos Cuaron, and Lubezki. New interview with philosopher Slavoj Žižek about the film's social and political aspects. On-set documentary from 2001, deleted scenes, You Owe Me One 2002, a short film by Carlos Cuaron. Trailers, new English subtitle translation, plus a booklet featuring an essay by critic Charles Taylor, and reprinted character biographies by Carlos Cuaron and Alfonso Cuaron. So this is the front of the packaging. This is the back. This is the spine. And this film does come in at spine number 723. So it is a digipack, so all you would do is just pull it apart. And then this is the front of the booklet, and then this is the back of the digi booklet, and then this is the spine of the digi booklet. Open it up, and you have the two DVD discs, which I have never popped into my player because I have no use for DVD, and you have what I did watch, the Blu-ray disc right here. And the back is just the mountainous region and by the beach. But yeah, you close that apart, and then you have this really hefty booklet with some beautiful art from the film. And included here are the biographies, the essay by the critic, transfer notes, acknowledgments, cast and crew information, but it has some really cool, like stills from the film inside. But it is one of those really hefty booklets that the Criterion Collection puts inside their Blu-rays, which I love, because this is the amount of information that we desire from these special editions, and we should have, stuff like this, not these little, pamphlets. But this is neither here nor there. This is a wonderful booklet, and it is pretty hefty, as you can tell. That's the packaging for Y Tu Mamá También on Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection. And now let's go ahead and talk about this film. Y Tu Mamá También is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is one of the most influential to me, and it is a film that has, definitely influenced my style of filmmaking and the way that I write, but also the way that I try to analyze what is and isn't there in the frame when it comes to the writing and directing aspect of filmmaking. Alfonso Cuaron crafts one of the greatest road movies to ever be made, and a film that is not just about the journey, but also what is not said and what is said during the journey. I love the performances from Maribel Verdú, Gael Garcia Bernal, and Diego Luna, who provide some really tense but beautiful conversations, and at times very disappointing, as we find out that the friends have, slept with each other's girlfriends, and it's really sad to see as the friendship deteriorates at one point, but it gets rebuilt because deep down in there is desire for both of them, for each other. And I've got to say that the way that Cuaron writes this film, along with Carlos Cuaron, is just magnificent, man. You have a film that is equal parts an understanding about, growing up, but also a really big part of it is this quest to understand sexuality and the way that we present it and the way that we develop it. And you can tell that from the beginning that these two boys are compensating for something. They're not acting like this because they're just your run-of-the-mill shitheads. They're acting like this because they're holding back feelings for each other. And it's sad because, at the end, one of them really wants to continue to see the other, even if it's just as a friend, and yet the other one will never ever speak to them again. And it's a movie that truly does define the era that it came out in. I mean, it comes in right at the turn of the early 2000s when those, the raunchy sex comedies were coming out, and yet this presents itself as, equal parts hilarious and intriguing, but also a film that's vastly important in the way that it dissects sexuality and the erotic. Y Tu Mamá También is a movie that is worth the watch, but it's also a movie that has stood the test of time. It's probably one of, if not the most important Mexican film ever made, and it is made by one of the greatest directors of that area, because he is truly an inspiration. He is one of the greatest storytellers, and he has made movies that have mattered and will matter for ages to come. And Y Tu Mamá También is one of those. It's a movie that I love, and every time I rewatch it, I still can't get enough of it. Now let's talk about the transfer. So I watched this on my Panasonic 4K player on my TCL 4K TV, and my God, this 2K digital transfer on a 4K TV upscaled looks beautiful. I mean, the rich cinematography from Emmanuel Lubezki has never looked this good in this film than on a upscale player that will go ahead and render this just a tad bit over 2K. And my God, man, like I said, this movie looks fantastic. The resolution looks really good. They did a really good job at being able to remove the dirt and grain, not too much grain, but dirt, blemishes and scratches and all those things that would deter the film from being seen with a new light. And this restoration just does an incredible job. They are able to clean that up. They be able to upscale it with the resolution and be able to provide a really good look for the movie. The grading looks great, the colors pop, and part of me really wonders what this would look like on a 4K disc with HDR, but I know that as of right now, this version that I have here is just fantastic to look at. And the same thing goes for the audio. It sounds really good. That DTS HD Master Audio sounds great. Of course, it's not going to be surround sound on my TV, but from what I was able to hear, it sounds great. Everything's balanced. Nothing sounds sounds like it's, too loud. Doesn't sound like it's distracting any other component of the audio. Everything sounds good. It sounds balanced. It sounds clean. It sounds crisp. And honestly, that's all you could really ask for a restoration from one of the greatest Mexican films of all time. This is a great Blu-ray. Has a lot of special features in here that you can get into. Has a really hefty booklet, so it's well worth the purchase at $20 during the Criterion sale. So go ahead and pick it up. Now I believe they're actually selling this as a single edition with just the Blu-ray, but I bought it a little, earlier before they did that, and now I just have this Blu-ray and DVD combo. But other than that, I love this movie. It is a great transfer, video and audio wise, and it has a lot of great special features, great packaging, and it is once again another amazing release from the Criterion Collection. If you want to follow me on social media, make sure you follow me at The Nerd Chicano on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd, Serialized, and on TikTok. I'm pretty active on all those platforms, so go ahead and follow me and I will follow you guys back. Make sure you check out what we're doing over at The Nerdcore by checking us out on thenerdcore.com, Instagram at The Nerdcore, Twitter at The Nerdcore_, and Twitch and YouTube at The Nerdcore. All of those socials, all of those places, go and check us out. We're doing a lot of really cool stuff this month. And of course, I will see you all in the next video as we get ready to go into our discussion on the filmography of Andrei Tarkovsky. But in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later, and to my wonderful cinephiles and renowned scholars, celebrate the love of cinema today, tomorrow, and every day after. Catch you all in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.